Hello and welcome back to Crypto Empire. My name is Connor and this is where we dominate the crypto markets. I'm very grateful to have you all here. I can see we have Brandon HK in the chat. What's going on, Brandon? And we have a very special edition live stream today. It is Monday right now. I usually do my lives on Sunday, but I decided I would do it Monday today because it's a holiday here in the US. It's Memorial Day, so shout out to all the brave ones out there who fought for our country. So shout out to you. But we have a very special edition of the live stream today because we have a special guest, but we'll be discussing that in a little bit's time. To start off, we're going to start off with the usual scheduled program, take a look at the markets and some opportunities, and then we're going to get into a different segment. We could throw a little bit of a curveball at all my viewers today, but I think you will definitely enjoy it. So make sure you stick with me until the very end. And if you're just getting in here, be sure to smash that like button. Share this live stream with all of your friends, all of your family. Let's get some hype in the chat. We're making money, baby. It's Monday, Memorial Day. The market is up. No reasons to not be hype right now. So let's get some hype in the chat. Let's wait for some more viewers to come on in here. But for now, I'm going to get started with my usually scheduled program. So let's get into the computer and see what is going on. Ooh, looks like my let's get this set up. Bear with me one second. All right, good. We're in. So let's take a look at the market as a whole. So we can see we have a current market cap of $1.65 trillion. This has been bouncing back and forth in a range. A lot of people say it's manipulation, and I tend to be on that side because the fundamental factors in crypto right now are off the charts. Everything is bullish. Projects have been working for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, right? Bitcoin's been around over 10 years. To get to this point today where the technology is finally starting to be utilized in the real world, right? It's not just a concept in the creator's head anymore. It's now a real tangible use case. I can take out my computer, I can take out my phone, open up my mobile browser, and connect with blockchain decentralized applications, decentralized finance. It's here, right? We've been waiting a very long time and it's here. And now there's a lot of FUD saying that it's a bear market. So I tend to not believe that FUD. So we're in a range right now and the market cap is $1.65 trillion. Bitcoin is currently trading at $36,639. Ethereum $2,548. Across the board, altcoins are looking pretty strong today. Let's take a look at the top gainers the past 24 hours. We have the graph coming in at 26.3%. Sushi Swap, very strong DeFi blue chip coin, trading at $11.55, up 14% today. XRP, the legal battle is still looming on. I think it's just being dragged on at this point, to be completely honest with you. As you guys know, fundamentally, I'm not a fan of XRP. However, I like to make gains, so there's definitely a trading opportunity there with XRP, so I have my eyes on it. All right, we also have Decred Theta Fuel, and then no surprise, we have Kusama in the top gainers list. It was at like $280 yesterday. Now it's at $324. Those parachain auctions are right around the corner. They can literally be announced any day now. That is why I made my video about Akala, but Karura, which is the sister of Akala. Akala will be launching on Polkadot. Karura will be launching on Kusama. That is why I made that full video showing you how to get your Polkadot wallet set up. So if you want to partake, obviously nothing I say is financial advice. You need to do your own research. You need to get educated on what you're investing in. You need to understand the risks at play. However, with risk comes also opportunity and reward. So that is why I share these things with you, so that you can, get a better idea of exactly what's going on and see the opportunities that I am seeing. And if you want to partake in them, then I definitely recommend that you set yourself up and you have everything ready so that you're not scrambling at the last second when the opportunity does arise. Okay? You want to be a professional. You want to be stone cold. You want to be ready to pounce on opportunities when they come along. So this is why I make the content that I make. I can just be another guy up here doing news videos every day, but no, I want to show you the nitty gritty of crypto. I want to get down and dirty and show you how to do things so that you have the skills, because ultimately at the end of the day, it's all about you developing the skills to be a self-sovereign, self-going, self-sufficient individual. You should only be able to rely on yourself. So this is what Crypto Empire is all about. We're out here making you a highly skilled professional in cryptocurrency so that you can go on and provide for yourself, provide for your family, and the likes, etc. So a little bit of a rant there, but this is what we are about here at Crypto Empire. Smash that like button if you are also about that. Okay, moving on. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin price chart. Start off looking at Bitcoin dominance actually on the daily. So Bitcoin dominance currently at 43.5%. As you can see, we're kind of just bouncing up and down. We established some support down here. It appears at 42.75%. Yeah, I mean, kind of boring chart, right? We're just going sideways range bound right now. Not too much going on. Always like to test the fib levels. This looks like a 50% or a 0.618. If we take this from the top down to the bottom. So yeah, it retraced all the way down here to the 0.618 golden pocket. And we're using that as support right now for Bitcoin dominance. So we'll see if we continue to go down lower. I'm just going to take this 0.27 off of my chart. So we'll see if we continue to go in this range or head down lower. Obviously, for altcoins, it would be very bullish if we continue to drop down. And with that being said, we're at a very interesting time in the markets right now because we'll look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going sideways. It's not like we're in a Bitcoin bull cycle. Like over here in like December and January, this was a Bitcoin bull cycle. This period of time, let me just clean this chart up a little bit for you guys. This is the chop zone that we're in. If you guys have been paying attention, you know I've been speaking about the chop zone. So we'll see if we break out of this kind of symmetrical triangle that we're forming. It's a bearish trend, so I do expect it to continue in the direction of the trend if we break out. But with that being said, Bitcoin likes to go against the rules of technical analysis a lot, and bearish chart patterns tend to be bullish in a bull market. So we'll see what happens with this chart pattern. I'm looking at this over here. We'll get into a little bit of detail. Like we'll dive into a lower time frame and look at that chart pattern. But for now, we're talking about the Bitcoin bull cycle that we had over here, where Bitcoin was just in full-on bull mode for like 83 days, right? And during this time, altcoins were at their lowest lows in terms of Satoshi value, in terms of alts versus Bitcoin on the charts. And this was the time to buy your altcoins, right? When Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin dominance was like 75%, and then Bitcoin was in a full raging bull cycle. Altcoins were bleeding out. Now Bitcoin's going sideways. Altcoins are following Bitcoin, also going sideways. So it's a very uncertain time in the markets right now. So we need to be careful, and really, if we're taking trades right now, we need to manage our risk properly. And this would be a great opportunity for intraday scalping. It's not exactly my trading style. I'm thinking about, I'm getting kind of bored right now, honestly. So I kind of want to get my scalping back. That's how I learned how to trade. I was an intraday scalper in the futures, the legacy futures market. So the ES, S&P, YM, NQ, crude oil, natural gas, gold, whatever. You know, if there was a chart pattern there, I would trade it. So, you know, I'm thinking about just getting back into my intraday scalping. But, you know, creating content, all that stuff, scalping requires a lot of your attention and focus in the moment. You need to be fully present. So if you're not fully present, then I would suggest you figure that out first before you want to risk your hard-earned money scalping in the markets. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Let's dig into a lower time frame over here for Bitcoin. I'm going to get rid of this box. So as you can see, this is a pretty picture perfect chart pattern, right? We have the drop down. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 usually is the breakdown. But yeah, like I said, we're in a bull market in my opinion still, unless this chart tells us otherwise. I'm just waiting to see what happens here. If we go to a weekly, we had the weekly candle close, it turned green, right? So we had a green weekly candle close. So that is very, very bullish. You love to see that for Bitcoin. So we're in indecision. I really don't like to, at chart moments like this, you know, we have a lot of people on Twitter saying, if you can't trade in market conditions like this, then you're not a real trader. It's like, I disagree. Okay, it depends on you and your trading style. I'm a swing trader. I like to trade with the trend. I don't like to trade in these choppy markets where it's uncertain and you're trying to capture these very small moves. I like to hit dingers. I like to capture big market swings. So this isn't my ideal market to trade in right now. Altcoins are the same. I mean, some altcoins are pumping It's really kind of uncertain at this point in time. So with all that being said, that's what's going on. I'm waiting to see what happens with this chart pattern. Let's take a look at the chat, see what's going on. Let's go. Hey, a Monday to remember this shall be. Yes, sir. Hedge from Sweden. How you doing, Hedge? Good to see you here, bro. Can you please say something about Luna? Hey, I have some content planned for today's stream. Look, I got a Luna tab open right here, my friend. Don't you worry. We'll be covering Terra Luna. I'm very bullish on Luna. Don't you worry. Thoughts on Polkadot, long-term 5+ years holding. Also, we're going to talk about Polkadot today, so we'll get into that a little bit later in the stream. So make sure you stick with me until the very end and you smash the like button. You share this stream with your friends and family. If you're not already subscribed to Crypto Empire, go ahead and smash that subscribe button right now. Morning, Connor. Much love. Hey, son of Odin. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you. With hype on Cardano right now, investment-wise, it's probably a great idea to stock up on DOT. Cardano, DOT, yeah, I mean, I'm very, very bullish on DOT. We got Knowledge is Greater, my boy from Cameroon, Africa, I believe. Thank you, bro. Thank you for being here. We got Dre. I'm just going to get into, see what's going on in the chat. Polkadot will hit 300. Yeah, I think so, too. 300 easy money. Calm down. Find yourself. Are we calm, Dre? I don't know what you're talking about there. Mid-2022, we might hit bear market by then. 30 cents Tron. Check Acro. How about Tron? Okay, we're going to get into altcoins a little bit later, but we do have a special guest on today's stream. So let's see if I can figure out how to... Okay, looks like we got this lost. We were going to do a little Zoom call. Okay, let me get this reset up. So we got a special Crypto Empire community member. Goes by the name of Jordan. You might know him as Smooth Scope in the Crypto Empire community. He's going to be joining me on today's stream. He's a crypto enthusiast. He's been in blockchain since 2017, I do believe. And yeah, great member of the community. And I want to have him on here so that we can discuss what's going on. And he's also going to be asking me some questions so that you can get a little bit of a different perspective, point of view on exactly how I go about things. So let's go ahead and send him this invite. Sorry guys, this is like the first time I'm doing a stream where I have a guest, so it's not ideal. It's definitely not ideal. Is it Elon? No, it's not Elon Musk. Got my coffee today. I think Matic will hit $5 in 2 months. Good chance. Trading versus investing. Yeah, Smooth Scope. Smooth Scope, let me know if you got that invite, bro. This is very unorganized stream. I apologize for the kind of jankiness of this, but hey, we all got to start somewhere. It will be refined out and perfect in the future. I can guarantee you that. But for now, we're working with what we got, which is me kind of inviting people as we go along. So, you know, I apologize. It's not ideal, but hey, we're figuring it out as we go. So we'll wait for Smooth Scope to come on in here. But let's keep on talking about what we have to talk about today. So we had some people talking about Matic hitting $5 in 2 months. So there was some pretty big news about Matic. They have integrated Google for their blockchain data. So this is big, right? We have big tech moving in on crypto. We know, like, Ethereum kind of just reminds me of big tech for some reason. That's just the vibes I get from Ethereum. Nonetheless, Ethereum is an amazing network. It really pioneered and revolutionized the cryptocurrency industry that we see today. There is a lot of talk about Ethereum flipping Bitcoin, which would be huge, I think, for altcoins in general, because there's a big debate in the cryptocurrency community. You have the Bitcoin bulls saying that everything can be done on Bitcoin layer 2s. You don't need any other coin. And the monetary value of Bitcoin is there, right? There's only 21 million, 3, 4, some estimate 5 million Bitcoins are lost, meaning that there's only 18 million to 16 million in circulating supply right now. So it's a scarce commodity, and Bitcoin can be broken down into Satoshis. There's 100 million Satoshis in one Bitcoin. So from a monetary perspective, it really does make sense to have a deflationary currency. Now, obviously, with Ethereum's IEP, or was it EIP or IEP? I forget. 1559. It will become a deflationary asset because every single transaction fee, a portion of Ethereum will be burned, and it will be proof of stake, so there won't be any more mining inflation. So it will make Ethereum a deflationary asset, which we'll put it kind of on the likes of Bitcoin. So, and Matic obviously is a layer 2 for Ethereum. It's a scaling solution because Ethereum has a lot of bandwidth issues. Its block time is slow. There's high transaction fees, a lot of congestion in the network. So Matic is there, built on top of Ethereum, meaning it has all the security that the Ethereum network provides, but it's razor fast, very, very inexpensive. And now we have Google using the Google Cloud Platform. So Polygon's on-chain data would be accessed and analyzed quickly and structured using Google's BigQuery. The latter is a set of cloud computing services that run on the same infrastructure as Google's internal products, such as Gmail and Google Search. Google BigQuery, on the other hand, is a Google Cloud-hosted serverless, highly scalable data warehouse. So obviously Google is a centralized entity, right? It's a centralized server. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what this means for crypto and for Polygon. But overall, it's bullish news, right? Google is one of the biggest companies in the world. So bullish for sure on Polygon Matic. Let's see what's going on with this. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with our guest today. Let me take out my phone real quick. Send a little text message. Okay. Is it fast because Matic is centralized? Good question. So Matic is fast because essentially it's a layer 2 built on top of Ethereum. And yeah, I can't really say that because it's centralized or not. It's an interesting question. Okay, Smooth Scope's telling me to send to a different email. 1 second, guys. It's kind of all over the place. I apologize for that. Send out that little invite. All right. So let's continue on with today's scheduled program. Next up, we're going to talk about how DeFi is more than a technical gimmick, according to the media. It's the future for big business. So no surprise there. DeFi is the future. We know that. DeFi is literally where the opportunities are. I'm making a lot of DeFi content right now, whether it's Polkadot, Kusama, Thorchain, Matic. It's all DeFi. It's all decentralized finance. They all have their own decentralized exchanges. And I want to give you the tools to know how to use these decentralized exchanges so that you can make profit from them. It's very simple once you kind of figure it out. You add liquidity, you liquidity mine, you get paid from transaction fees, but you have to put up a portion of your coins, obviously, to earn those transaction fees. So it's not like you're getting something for nothing. No, you're adding liquidity to a pool. You face the risk of impermanent loss. However, it can be very lucrative. And with things like PokeSwap right now, you're accruing a lot of rewards in PokeSwap. So that's why I'm doing it. Obviously, it's not financial advice. We have some community members who are also doing it, and the profits speak for themselves at this point in time. Obviously, it will be kind of vested. It will be locked. It has a scheduled release. So it's not like we're going to get like 10,000 PokeSwap tokens dropped to our wallet from liquidity mining. No, it's going to be vested and released on a time-locked schedule. However, over time, PokeSwap will again be a deflationary asset. It will be burned from transaction fees. I made a video about Zilliqa as well. Zilliqa is another DeFi project, ecosystem, network, blockchain that I'm extremely bullish on, because Zilliqa will also be deflationary. It will be burned from transaction fees. So overall, everything is shifting towards deflationary. So Bitcoin, I'm really interested to see if we do actually have a flippening where Ethereum goes ahead and flips Bitcoin. It's possible. You can't count it out, because in crypto, everything moves so quickly. Like, we'll go back over here to market cap. I don't know if you guys remember Binance Coin coming out of nowhere, right? I just remember Binance Coin being like $12 for forever, and then it was $28 for forever. And now all of a sudden it went to like $600. It's currently $339 out of nowhere. So these things do happen, and they happen unexpectedly, and you can capture these trends, these huge market waves, if you are prepared ahead of time, and if you have that future outlook. You can't. It's like a game of chess. Life is a game of chess. You need to be thinking 3 to 4 steps ahead at all times, and that is how you will be successful and how you will really profit from the free market. And cryptocurrency is the free market. Yes, it is kind of manipulated, however, but it really is the best project wins. The best project provides the most value, goes up the most in price. Obviously, that kind of got exaggerated with all the meme coins that we just saw, which is why I do think the market crashed. The market was overheated. These garbage meme coins were pumping hundreds of thousands of percent. People tripling, 20xing their money in a day from the dog moon coin, which is fine, good for them, but overall for the industry, it doesn't make sense because these projects are literally creating groundbreaking technology to improve the world, their blockchain technology, and it's getting overlooked because people are just looking to retire from their job on a meme coin. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. I always look for the fundamentally strong projects that are developing groundbreaking blockchain technology to make the world a better place. That's what I talk about here. If you guys like that, again, be sure to subscribe and like this video. Let's see if we have Smooth Scope in the chat. No, I don't know. We might be just doing this live stream solo today, guys. I really don't know how. Yeah, I should have prepared more ahead of time. Apologize for that, but hey, it is what it is. We're making the most of it. So moving on, we have Polkadot. Polkadot is something that we have to talk about because it's something that I always talk about here in the channel, and that's not going to change. I'm kind of addicted to the Polkadot ecosystem because it's a very addictive ecosystem once you realize that the potential that it has. I've made a few segments on Polkadot because it is huge, right? This is it's revolutionizing technology. Let me see what's going on. Okay, bear with me, guys. Let me just send out an invite again. Let's see if we can figure this one out. All right, sent that invite. All right, this should work. This should work. Apologies, guys. Bear with me. All right, cool. So, hopefully we get Smooth Scope on here. See what Smooth Scope has to say. He will be at the Blockchain Bitcoin Conference in Orlando. I believe it will be next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm not too sure. He'll be able to talk about that. But he's down in Florida. He will be at that Blockchain Bitcoin Conference. So if any of my viewers here will be at that conference, be sure to hit Jordan Smooth Scope up and do a little in-person meetup so that you can talk crypto. Obviously, everything is online nowadays. The economy is shifting online. Social interaction is all shifting online. It's pretty weird if you ask me, but it's always good to connect with people, obviously, in real life, because that's just how human beings have been for the past, since the beginning of time. Obviously, these computers and screens are kind of new to us within the past 20, 30 years. So it's always good to go back to our roots as human beings and do things that we always actually did. So don't get too caught up in blockchain. Obviously, it's always good to unplug from the screen every now and then and go and live your life. Obviously, we're always about making money 24/7 with crypto, but you can get burnt out. So go check out that conference in Florida if you are in the area. But we have Polkadot Parachain auctions right around the corner. If you guys didn't already know, Polkadot was first started being developed about 3-4 years ago after Dr. Gavin Wood wrote the code for Ethereum. He realized Ethereum wasn't exactly ideal for scaling to the masses, and it had a lot of issues that he didn't really like. So he essentially went and started Polkadot in Kusama. It's taken him and his team 3 years to get to the point where parachain auctions are just about to start. And the chart isn't even reflecting what really is going on because everything is completely up in the air right now. We're having a green day today, as we can see. But yeah, we're chopping around in the same range, really. Nothing much is really happening. I mean, just from looking at this, I do see a bit of an inverse head and shoulders. But every single chart kind of looks the same right now. But yeah, that's a clear inverse head and shoulders to me. And then I would draw the neckline like something like this. I would draw a diagonal neckline. And I would be looking out for the breakout of this line. And then obviously this yellow line here is serving as an important support resistance flip. So I want to see us reclaim this $27.30 price level for Polkadot. That's what I'm looking for. And obviously I always take my fib. So if we take our fib from the high to the low, we can see that we're using the 38.2, or no, the 50% actually. We hit the 50% here, and we're using that as an area of support on the chart for Polkadot for over the past 3 days. So it's very important that we continue to hold $19. If we do drop beneath $19, I think we could be testing for sure. Okay, it was the 61.8. I actually drew my fib incorrectly. So we didn't close underneath the 50%, but we just touched the 61.8 golden pocket here. So again, I think we need to hold this golden pocket, or we're going to be testing these lower lows again. And obviously everything is following Bitcoin right now, so I'm waiting to see what happens for Bitcoin. It's looking really good. We're going to obviously have some resistance up here when we get to this upper trend line. So we could see a bounce and continue to go sideways more, or a breakout up or a breakout down. We'll see what happens. But with that being said, I do have our guest today in the lobby. So let's go ahead and admit our guy Jordan, aka Smooth Scope in the Crypto Empire community. There he is. Jordan, can you hear me, brother? Okay. I think with all of my mics plugged in and my camera plugged in, yeah, this is not ideal right now. Let me see something really quick. Okay. So can you hear me right now? You can hear me, but we can't hear you. Okay. No audio from both of you. Haha, no audio at all. Okay, well, thank God we got a patient stream chat today.
Go ahead.
Yeah, what is it?
Audio.
Okay, we have our technological engineer here, our sound engineer.
All right. What's up, Crypto Empire fam? I'll show one thing. Okay, output. Should have both of them checked. They can't hear right now?
No, they can't. Well, they can hear us. They can hear us because I plugged the mic.
But we
back
can't
in.
hear Jordan either?
No, we can't hear Jordan.
Let's see. Let's see.
This is pretty funny doing this live
Speaker.
on stream.
Here we go.
Yeah. Okay, we got it. Thank you, engineer.
Yep, enjoy.
Hey man, you got an in-house engineer.
We have in-house technical support, guys. We have a full team here at Crypto Empire, so be sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys do like that full team that we have here at Crypto Empire. But anyway, Jordan, get back to talking a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Oh yeah, so guys, just to touch, there's two big Bitcoin or crypto, currency. I don't like to use the word cryptocurrency as much. I like to say crypto assets because that's actually pretty much how this is going to end up being classified probably at the end in a lot of different areas. But I'm going to be actually at the Florida Blockchain Summit. What's going to be cool is they announced Robert Breedlove will be there.
Wait, one second, Jordan. I don't think the stream can hear you. Stream, let us know in chat right now if you guys can hear Jordan.
Yeah. But you can hear me fine, huh?
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, so we have to go to Streamlabs or OBS.
Mm-hmm.
And sources.
Yeah.
Add audio. Audio output capture. Go back to that.
Barely hear a thing. I was just checking the chat. 1 second. Audio output capture.
They hear both.
Oh, they hear both. Okay, they hear both. Perfect.
All right.
Perfect. That's good. All right. Sorry about that technical difficulties today, guys. But yeah, Jordan, continue what you were saying. Sorry about that. Interrupting you 5 times on stream.
No, we're good, man. Well, hey, here's the thing, guys. Here at Crypto Empire, we're all working together. We're all ironing things out together. This is a whole brand new industry. I mean, heck, you can't even go get a certification in this stuff if you wanted to go pay somebody for it right now. So We're all figuring it out together. What's great is that I can actually see the lag and your technical support helping you right now on the steps that you took.
That's funny. That's funny.
So that I'll have to minimize that so that doesn't distract me too much. And also, guys, as you can see, I'm a big dude here, so let me know if I get too close to that screen. You might just see a big, giant blue shirt.
Nah, you're good, dude.
So no, man. So guys, so basically, what my background is that I've been in a lot of different things. Not to bore you with my story, or we can always get more into it later. But I've been in various industries, but mostly on the business development and on the sales side. And when COVID hit, it really gave me an opportunity to sit back and really focus on my true passion, which is technology. And so that's when I started down this journey of going through the different various certifications and trying to figure out exactly what I should be focusing on. And man, it was just a total whirlwind. But one thing that I did do was back in 2017 was buy quite a bit of cryptocurrency.
Yes, sir.
That's what people call. And one of those things, or like I said earlier, if I was so muted, as I like to call it, more like crypto assets. Now, some of them do function, right, and the technology allows them to function better as a currency. And so, what I'm really interested in, what I really get in behind, is the technological aspect of things.
Okay.
So when I look at a project, so what brought me to Crypto Empire was, man, I had to crawl through the cobwebs of the interwebs to eventually just started seeing these videos and these calls from this guy that was just talking real talk. And it was even a year ago you could find some nice communities, but then all of a sudden, when we had that big run that was coming up before we had these last tough month or so here, it just became a lot of noise.
It's a lot of noise.
Talking about the actual project anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was asking, what do I need to do to make money this afternoon, today, tomorrow?
Instant gratification.
Instant gratification. I mean, even so, one thing I knew is that, all right, well, look at all these things, look at all these assets that now were once $1,200 at one point, have now become tens and tens of thousands of dollars. And
let's not forget, Bitcoin started like what, a few cents? Started at nothing.
Yeah.
So
And my big thing is, guys, I never bought. I only bought. I think the most Bitcoin I've ever bought is maybe 1/1000th of a Bitcoin. I think is the most I've ever had.
okay,
And the reason why is because what I liked was Litecoin.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I bought Litecoin, it was $35.
Yep.
So that was the kind of the ride that went through. But then when we had our crash, you know, kind of like what a lot of people are probably thinking right now is like, oh man, you know, what do I do?
Yeah.
You know what you do is you hold on to it, and you hold on to it, man, and you let the cycle work, and then you focus on what your strengths and your weaknesses. The only time I started losing money was when I started trading.
Yeah. It's not for everybody. This is definitely not for everybody.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that for sure. We'll get deeper into that and kind of what happened with your psychology and why that went about. But yeah, please continue. I want to hear this.
Yeah, that was good. And that's what started me on my journey to start cutting through the noise. Now, at the beginning, you know, I tried the paid groups, right, that were charging, you know, astronomical amounts of money,
and they're a dime a dozen.
Do anything, you know. I was like, there's something to this. I like the technology. I see where the technology is going. I believe in the technology. You know, I believe in the decentralization aspect of it, getting more power over it. And so, what ended up happening is once I found your vision and started talking to you, then it's like, okay, well now I need to find, after making a couple trades on my own. And what I started using bots to trade instead of using myself with very tight parameters. Some exchanges allow those, and messing around with some others. You'll see a lot of people offering their bot services.
Yeah.
Just know that if you sign up for those, you don't own your stuff while it's out on that bot. So just don't be upset if it disappears one day. So there's a lot of different ways you can go about doing it. But then when it comes to trading and technical analysis, which I had no experience on, all I know how to do is make a business and, you know, do sales. That's what leads me to finding people like Connor, because I know Connor has a strength of doing that. I saw the technical analysis, I saw the fundamentals behind it, and I did a little bit of my own research to see what I needed to be looking for and who I needed to be looking for. What got me to where I was initially, you know, why didn't I buy Bitcoin? Why Litecoin? Well, every website that had a Bitcoin payment option on it, what was the next
Litecoin
icon that was next to it?
Yeah. Litecoin, yeah.
And so then I thought about, well, heck, I don't want to buy, you know, this was brand new. I didn't even think about Bitcoin. I thought you actually had to spend whatever Bitcoin cost. I could only buy one Bitcoin at a time. That's how much I didn't even know when I first started. And then I looked over and I saw this thing for $30 next to it that just had light in it. And I said, man, you know, I like Budweiser and Bud Light. You know, I could drink more Bud Lights. Bud Lights go down quicker. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But it was a network effect, guys, and that's the things that I was able to see because of my past and my experience of being in business and being in sales, and seeing how powerful, and a big term that you've probably been hearing lately is the network effect, right? What is Dogecoin? Dogecoin's a network effect. It's a social movement.
Yeah,
right.
It is.
And now they're scrambling to figure out how do we utilize all this money that's poured into the social movement and make it and utilize it.
Yeah.
So that's how powerful the network effect is with the technology. So I really get into the protocols of things, how things work, how the different blockchains perform different functions and do different things, and then I see. Kind of look around, see what's going, take the information in from other places, and then I make my own decisions.
Yep.
At the very end of the day, after I do my own research, and then I look macro and I invest.
Yes.
And then when it comes down to a weak side, which is mine when it comes to doing trading, that's where I come and lean on Connor. And so that's what the idea, and that's what my goal of getting involved in this community, and the reason why I got involved in it is because all of us are in totally different places, not only in life, but when we're talking, you know, financially, right?
Hey, bro, I just want to say, sorry to cut you off. I just want to say something to the viewers. If anybody's confused about right now about, you know, how I know Jordan Smoothscope. He literally found me randomly online, became a part of the community, and started reaching out saying, I really like what you're doing. He just randomly, we stumbled upon each other randomly. And so this is what Crypto Empire is all about. Like we create relationships like with people that are into the same things as us, and we all go at it together like a true empire. So shout out to Jordan for coming on here live with me today, and kind of spilling his own knowledge and his own story of how he's went about his cryptocurrency journey so far. But yeah, I just wanted to make it clear that like he's just a random community member. Like so it's interesting how things play out.
This is. And that's right there is the networking effect. Working.
Yeah.
Right? That's how powerful it is, guys. You look at some of these guys that if you looked at any of the videos from the Polkadot conference, like if you're somebody that's sitting there at home, and sorry for the background noise, guys, I paid a lot of money for this real expensive headset and microphone. Of course, it didn't work, just like us trying to get to where we are now.
Yep.
But if you look at the Polkadot conference, and they actually just posted the video, the link to the videos, but it's all up on YouTube. One of the guys who was really interested in actually working for Polkadot and Kusama, he got really active in their communities. He actually learned the codes, the coding that they were used, and he became an ambassador. And then he became a promoter, then became an ambassador, and then they actually ended up hiring him at a full-time position. He tells his story at the conference. It could have been probably done a little bit better, but to hear other people's stories like that who just get involved in something they're passionate about, man. If you're passionate about something, it's going to get caught on. If you really like a blockchain, came across the young guy the other day that was really into for example, if you're really passionate about Polkadot, well, then you're interested in being a developer, then you should probably be looking at learning Rust right now.
Yeah, that's the programming language for Polkadot.
Learning language, the different types of programming languages that each blockchain is based on. Learn Ethereum. Learn how to make an image on an Ethereum virtual machine.
Yeah, like NFT, you mean?
There's all kinds of different things that you can do, and a lot
absolutely.
Of these things, when I came back to the getting on the tech side of stuff after being in the sales and the business world, what I realized is, heck, man, I always wanted to be in technology. I mowed yards to build my first computer.
Yeah.
1.73 gigahertz, man, $1,700 just for the stack.
What year was that?
This would have been 1998, and when was I? Yeah, middle school. I started mowing yards. I said, man, I wanted a computer, and I wanted the best computer because I was really into Counter-Strike. And so you talking about you looking at these gaming rigs, and these guys have all these lights and stuff flashing. Heck, man, when I was building my own stack, 1.73 gigahertz. Intel was the biggest thing, and as soon as I put that thing together after spending $1,700 and getting a junked monitor to just show whatever that stack could do, the 2.0 came out the next week.
That broke your heart, huh?
Technology.
Yeah, no, nickel and dime you to death, as the saying goes, right? Constant new versions every year.
That was that Moore's Law effect,
Yeah.
The thing was, I was a big guy, so they told me to go play football for a few years. So
wait, Moore's Law is if something can go wrong, it will. Is that it?
No, so that's Murphy's Law.
Okay.
So Moore's Law, all right, and that's a real interesting debate now. Is that technology advances at it's been shown over the last few decades, especially with modern computing, that technology progresses at a specific rate. I think it's when they talk about Moore's Law, they usually say like every 2 years, processing power doubles or something like that. Now they're getting confused because now the models aren't coming together because our computing power is becoming so powerful for what it is. That now that's when you start hearing about the different types of processors and the quantum computing and the things like that. I'm not going to go too much into detail, but when you start dealing with quantum computing, you got, you're trying to control an actual atom and you predict which way that atom's going to go, and then you have to write code for that. So it's at a molecular level. So those, that's a neither here nor there, and don't worry about it, guys. We don't have to, hopefully not have to worry about that for at least a few more years.
Yeah.
But not to get too far off track here, guys. Is just is that the big thing about crypto empire, right? Is we're all different phases. Whether it comes to understanding the technology, we all had different goals. We're all looking to do different things, and we all have different experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So the more you share, in our Telegram and our especially in the premium channel, when you're running the calls, including your failures.
Yeah.
Especially your failures. Those are the things that will allow us as a community and of us that have strengths in others areas to help you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. One thing I learned is that as soon as I started understanding and admitting and realizing the truth that I didn't understand or I didn't know things or that I really just don't know anything.
Yes.
And started just looking around and just started asking the people that knew the answers in a particular thing, right? Because not everybody's going to have all the answers, but you got to go talk to a lot of people to get a lot of different answers. And so that's what this community is going to do. We get hundreds, if not thousands. Let's get tens of thousands of people in the same place that are on the same mindset, that are all just about helping each other.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, that's when things grow. So if anything's ever said in the chat or in the community, and somebody's talking about, they did this or did that, or it sounds like bragging, or it stirs up some kind of emotion, that just take that as a moment to kind of check yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that because your head's not in the right place? Are you trying to trade and be like Connor?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to trade. You're not going to get right.
Yes. I just want to say something about that.
I do want to be like Connor.
I just want to touch on that for a second. Like with trading, when I give a call, obviously nothing I say is financial advice, but when I give a call, I press the buttons at a certain time on my computer. I do things on my computer. You are responsible for what you do on your device, right? Nobody can press that buy or sell button but you. So there's a lot that goes into it, including your human emotions, because
absolutely, that's where I was going.
Yeah, most of the time, it's easy to buy an asset, it's easy to sell an asset, but the hard thing is to have that mental conviction and the foresight of what will happen in the future and sticking to that plan, especially if you were messing with leveraged trading. Because
absolutely.
Yeah. If you're 10x leveraged, the default leverage on Binance is 25x. Right? They just make it 25x. So a brand new trader goes onto Binance, they see 25x. Oh, that must be normal. Yeah, I'll open up a position 25x. They put their whole account at risk of liquidation because they don't know how to understand the numbers and the risk involved. And so you just need to be careful and really educate yourself. And obviously,
Connor, tell them how fast did that flash crash happen? How long did that?
Yeah, out of nowhere.
What was that? 30? Was that an hour or two? Was that an hour?
Yeah, it was like an hour. It dropped I believe $10,000. Bitcoin,
right.
Bitcoin, yeah.
Think about it, guys. All right, and even if you had a really conservative leveraged position, then what happened? All right, how they pump, they give you a little fake out.
Yep. So
it's beautiful, and then they bring it back down. So you're thinking you're good. Now your debt ratio you thought was cool. Okay, well I was at 50% now. Oh, now I'm at 60.
Mm-hmm.
The next week it's got to go back up. Then you're at 70.
Yeah.
And it's perfectly designed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like one thing, man, that I really wanted you to touch on, and I think it would be great coming from your side is like trading versus investing.
Yeah.
Right. I know on my end, like the reason why I sought you out is because I said the first time when I started losing money was when I started trading.
Yep.
The time I made money is when I focused on my strengths, which was investing, looking at projects, doing my research. Oh man, I believe in that. I think that's going to be something that can go. I see the marketing, all these other things just from experiences that I've had and from people I've talked to and the research I've done. That's what I focus on. But then I have to have that delayed gratification to it. And I know trading is the same, but it's like a lot of information really compacted in a small time frame. So if you could talk about that, man, that'd be awesome.
Great question. So I'll give a little bit about my background if you guys don't already know. I started off as a thoroughbred trader. All I wanted to do was personally, I wanted to be like Paul Tudor Jones and want to be a millionaire, billionaire trader, hedge fund manager. This was when I was like 20 years old. I was going to school, university at that time. I dropped out because I realized that, this wasn't meant for me. I was meant to do other bigger, better things and have an impact. And you can't do that with a college degree, going to school for 4, 8, whatever years for continued education. So, I left and I wanted to be a trader. That was my one goal. I had complete tunnel vision. So what did I do? I studied it. All I did was look at charts. I did a lot of technical analysis. I paid a lot of money to gurus to learn, right? I got a lot of my skills from a bunch of different people that I sought information from when I was younger, like 4 years ago. So I went all in. Like, I completely burned the boat, as they say. I went completely all in, and I was forced to figure it out because I put myself in that situation. So that's how I developed my trading knowledge and skills. And now, as I got older and more mature, I realized that, wow, like, just investing is so simple, right? Investing is you buy and hold. Obviously, so there's so much to it because trading and investing are very similar, but they are different. And it all starts with you as the individual. What is your time preference? Right? We talked a little bit about instant gratification. Do you need money today? Do you need to pay your car payment? Do you need to pay your mortgage? Do you need to pay your bills? Whatever. Or do you want to plant a seed in the ground and let that foster into something great as time goes on so that you can know you have that sense of financial security down the line because you invested into something that will grow into something bigger in the future? So me personally, I like to do both now because I'm in the position where I can do both. Yes, that is why I make content about strong projects because, like, for example, Corora. I just made a video about Corora. I would consider that an investment and not a trade. Like, buying Bitcoin is an investment. Buying Bitcoin is not a trade, right? If you buy Bitcoin, or Smooth Scope's bullish on Litecoin, I'm bullish on Litecoin too. Pirate Chain actually just announced that they're moving away from the Bitcoin blockchain and now going fully on Litecoin, right? So their network will be secured by the Litecoin network, making it 5 times faster, which is awesome for all the pirates out there. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is you need to have your time preference mapped out before you start putting your money into the market. And you need to have separate accounts. You need to understand how to structure a portfolio. I talk about this in the Discord premium course, how to structure your portfolio. But I'll tell you guys right here, right now, I don't recommend more than 5 to 10% of your capital used for active trading. So that means if you have a $10,000 cryptocurrency portfolio, you should only be using $500 to $1,000 to actively trade. And you can use that, like, you can make a pretty decent income from trading $500 to $1,000 if you're smart and you take a calculated approach. Now, the problem is that people get lost with their emotions and they see everybody on social media posting their pictures of their Binance Futures account plus 300% or whatever on their 25x leverage trade. So it's very easy to, your psyche is constantly being bombarded from all angles in this digital age we live in. Like, mind control is real, right? Like, just people on social media, they live in your head rent free. You're a consumer. You're constantly consuming content. That is why I'm kind of getting off topic a little bit here, but that is why Smooth Scope was saying about, like, Polkadot, somebody became a team of Polkadot just from being passionate. That is why I recommend you to become a creator and less of a consumer when it comes to content on social media. Like, really, if you're passionate about something, start to create content for that thing and build following, get people interested, because there's people out there that are interested in the same thing that you're interested in. So with that being said, if you want to create content, you can kind of start doing that and find a lot of people that are on the same wavelength as you. That's just randomly how Crypto Empire came to be, and that's why we have Smooth Scope here in the stream. But getting back to trading versus investing, know your time preference. And personally, I don't recommend, like, no professional or no big trader will say that trading is their only source of income. It should be one thing that you do as an additional source of income, right? But don't go all in because it's risky, and 95% of traders don't make it, right? 95% of traders aren't profitable. but you can be profitable with the right structures, guidance, and systems. With investing, it's very easy to be a successful investor because if you do your research, you do your fundamental analysis, you pick the strong projects, you'll be able to invest your money, and then you won't even have to think about it, and it will just grow for you. Like Bitcoin, for example. If you bought Bitcoin last year in the March crash, when it dropped down to $4,000, it's now up, even with all of this FUD, it's now up around like 9x from that low that we had last year. I did actually buy Bitcoin on that day that it crashed at about $4,100. So investing is easier, trading is more active, hands-on, and you need to know what you're doing. So that's my kind of trading versus investing take.
Absolutely. And then think about Cardano, right? It's for one of the greatest things that Hawkinson, I saw an interview. He said one of the interviewers asked him what he thought about the price, and this was just when it was just starting to really explode. Here a few months ago, I'm talking when it was down. It was like, I think it was in the 20 or 30 cents.
Yep.
And it was starting to blow up, and he's like, I don't care about
price,
how much this is. Mm-hmm. I don't care. This isn't about people making money out on the market. I'm trying to help people in Africa. Yeah. Just do the basic things and take care. Do the basic necessities that we take for granted. Where we're at, where I'm at least, So with that, if that's something you believe in and you understand that, and that's something that you want to put your money behind as an investment, and know that is something that's going to grow because it's more than just a meme and an immediate social movement, right? That's an investment. So then when you see the market swinging way up, way down, Cardano, $4, and then it goes back down to $2, and then it goes 50 cents, but then all of a sudden now it's up to 50, right? You're emotionally not as attached to it, and the less attached you are, right, then the less you're sitting at your screen, the less, right, you're consuming in a lot of information and a lot of things that are stressing you out about things that you have no control over. But right now, like when we're talking about markets and things like that, if you're in a position where you can't make a move right now, well, instead of looking at that chart, why not maybe the coins that you are interested in investing in or that you do have, go to their website and start reading the white paper instead of looking at that chart. Get a little bit of conviction behind it. Heck, maybe you might even realize that you might want to sell that when it pops back up and go into another project. So the operating, one thing that Connor always says is, the market is forever giving, and it really is if you're looking in the right spot and you're looking in the right places. But don't forget that we are talking about a decentralized, economy and future. It really is what a lot of this is tokenomics. Yep. And so there is right now, when we're at the very beginning, there's going to be, and I mean, I'm in the camp that we're seeing the big boys are starting to see that they are 10 years behind, and they're trying to make up for it right now.
So I want to touch on this. I love what you're saying right now, and I want to touch on this for 1 second. We have somebody saying XMR and Pirate Chain. I think it was Dre in the chat. So when it comes to decentralization and the currency in the future, you just said the big boys are 10 years behind. They realize that. And now they're all getting into Bitcoin. And now, personally, I do think that for a transactional currency, Bitcoin will not be used for that, right? It's something else will be used for that. The two projects that just make perfect sense for a transactional currency are the privacy coins, Monero and Pirate Chain. Completely private. You cannot see the transactions. All encrypted on the blockchain. Secure, very strong tokenomics protocol, strong teams working on them. So when you think about you need to have some kind of foresight. Like we talked about investing, SmoothScope was talking about the swings in price in Cardano. You kind of need to be, the word is like a Chad. You need to be a Chad. You need to have that mental conviction that this is going to play out in the end. And if it doesn't play out, well then you live with your decision, right? That's kind of how I go about investing, and even just life in general. When I make a decision, there's no other option at that point in time. I just keep on moving forward. So that's why I don't get. I've had losses along the way, sure, but I've also had Matic did 100x for me, right? Totally changed my portfolio. Crazy. So you take your wins, but you take your losses, but when you have that mental conviction and you stick with things, like when I bought Matic back in November, I didn't know it was going to 100x, but I was like, yeah, layer 2 solution for Ethereum sounds great. And I had that mental conviction and I held it. And now you get to reap the rewards. So your winners should always cover your losers, and they will if you do your fundamental analysis research and you have that mental conviction to stick with things through a longer period of time and see those investments play out. Now, obviously, we're blessed because we have cryptocurrency. In the legacy financial markets, a 100x investment is literally unheard of. But we're in a different realm here with crypto. We have different opportunities. So that is why I think that I have a very important job to do as a content creator, because if I can do it, then so can you. So that is why I really, I want to get this message out to everybody. I want to thank again Smoothscope for coming on here and also sharing his story. But this is why we do what we do, because we are living proof and living testament that you can make a life-changing amount of money in this market, and you don't need to pay for crazy services. You don't need to learn for years. No, you literally do fundamental analysis research. You stick to strong projects. You have the mental conviction and you watch it play out. And you can literally make hundreds of thousands of dollars from crypto. No exaggeration. So yeah, Smooth Skull, please continue with what you were saying. Sorry to interrupt you guys there. But Monero and Pirate Chain for currency, no doubt.
Yeah, for sure. And don't use pro.changelink. Make sure you just use changelink, because I learned that the hard way.
Yeah. But trade ogre right now for yeah, I recommend trade ogre.
Stop bringing up a sore subject. No, I'm trying to. I'll get that R back. I'll get that R here soon. But hey, you know what? The only reason why I get that is because I took your call. I did my research. Said heck yeah, pulled the trigger on it. Woke up the next day and I was 3x'd on it. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I don't even want to look at it. We'll see. We'll look at it again some other day.
Yeah, it's downright. It's a good entry right now. Not financial advice for R, but
you see, so that's what we have Connor for. So, and I'm not. And when I was saying, like, guys, I was just thinking, earlier when I said, go read the white paper on this or that, instead, if you're looking at the charts. I'm just saying, if you catch yourself in a position where you can't do anything about the position that you're in, right, and you're sitting there staring at charts and you're stressing yourself out, and there's nothing you can do already, do something just a little bit more. Like Connor always says, get outside, man. Go get some sun. Go see your family, focus on the important things, and then come back to it. One thing that came to mind is that the big thing that is hot right now, right, is decentralized finance.
Yeah,
I mean that's going to be that's the big revolution that is happening, and that they're looking back. If you don't mind, Connor, I got a quick story, and I'll try to
please
cut me off.
Share with us, bro.
Okay,
share it.
So this is real life stuff. So I've been in multiple businesses, as I said. Not to get into those specifics, I can with anybody who wants to private message me. But currently, I'm starting another one, and it will lead into a blockchain. It will use a blockchain technology when it comes down to it. But the point that I'm trying to get to is the first thing that I did, because of the other businesses that I had started, is I went to open up a business account at one of the big banks, right? I don't want to be putting names out there, right? I already let it out of the bag. All right, but I do a lot of work with them on the personal side. So I said, heck, this makes sense. So I'll go ahead and just get my LLC set up over there, and I show up with the check to fund my account, and I fund my account, and then money was technically in my account. I even got the card in the mail, the debit card, to go ahead and start using it. Called, activated it, and then I went to go make my first purchase with it, and it was denied. Well, that's never a fun feeling, especially when you're in line, right? So I went back to the bank and I said, well, hey, here's my card. I don't understand. I did everything that was said to do, so it was fine. Well, the banker, as you guys know, you go into a lot of banks, right? They don't even have tellers anymore, right? There's a machine there, and they do have these so-called bankers that are there. But really, those bankers aren't just anybody. They're just somebody who can get on a laptop, and they have access to the exact same thing you do if you can go to chase.com, pretty much. And so what ends up happening, he does the exact same thing that I did, and he looked up my account info, and he couldn't even tell me why I wasn't pulling anything from my account. So he had to call somebody, and I sat there while we waited on the phone for 20 minutes for him to get on a call with somebody from their main headquarters who couldn't even tell him why my account was locked, and then they unlocked it. So I was like, okay, well, that's just weird, I'm a pretty chill guy, no problem. Mistakes happen, technology, right? You saw us trying to get this put together, I didn't even know I was going to be doing this to guys till 15 minutes before. And then so I go off and I go make another purchase and I get declined again. And this one was important because this actually had something to do with the trade. So I was really, really frustrated, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world, right? Worst things happen. I go into the bank. This happened 3 times. The third time I'm there, the same person gets on the phone, and on the other end of the phone, they couldn't even get a supervisor on that can explain or tell me why my account was keep locking, and that it would just keep locking every 24 hours. That was the explanation I got.
It's a joke, huh? Complete joke.
So I said, well, then this is, first of all, this makes no sense. And the girl that was in front of me, obviously, that works for the company, realized it didn't make any sense. And I said, well, then I want a check. I want my check of the money that I used to fund this account. And she's like, I don't blame you. And she, so I got my check back. and then, as I walked out of that bank, it totally confirmed the future of decentralized finance. Because I took that exact same amount of money and I used all those tools and those tokens that a lot of those tokens represent to fund and do everything that I was going originally into that bank to ask them to do for me. But yet they were standing in between me and my money and could tell me when and what I could do with it. Where now, as long as I take the right precautions and I'm careful, right? Take care of your security information, guys.
Yes.
Always write your stuff down.
Yes.
And make copies and tape it somewhere that nobody would ever even think. And to tape it in multiple places. Okay?
Yeah.
Do weird.
Be smart. Be crafty.
The weirder the better.
Yeah.
Okay? And to do that, and now you are 100% in control over your finances with your business, and then that extra bit that would normally be sitting in your account when you're doing your other things is now, and that's something that Connor could get more into, is now, working in a swap. Now, like I said, there's risks to go with various swaps and things like that, but there's ways to make it work for you.
Yeah.
Depending on your risk appetite.
Yeah.
And what this is, and what I wanted to show guys is that, this is something that I kind of like developed. I know this might be weird, but hey, we're all weird, Bob. All right. But when you're looking at this, right, I don't know if you can see this.
Not really.
It says money is not God. It is a tool.
Yes, money is a tool. I couldn't agree more.
Tool.
Yeah.
So think about your relationship with money and where you're at. So if you're getting emotional on some of those trades, where's your mindset at when you're making some of these decisions, right? When you've lost those big sums, where was your head at when you made that decision, right? But the big thing is this is what I got from Connor. All right, is the trading triad, or the triad of trading is what I call it. And it's technical analysis, risk management, and the bottom one is emotional control. And then next to that, it says allows trades from a position of strength. And then I keep my coin with a coin watch list. And then trading versus investing. So when I'm making a decision, I can ask myself, am I making a trade or am I investing? All right, and then what that does is that's just something that helps me keep self-centered and helps me, know where my weaknesses are and where to watch. And then you guys also saw all my accounts that I got there, but you ain't ever gonna find those passwords.
Yeah, I want to touch on really quick your story about the bank, because I think at this point in time we can all share a similar experience that we had when dealing with a bank, and how much of a pain it is to do what we want to do with our money. And now look, same with Smoosko. I'm a chill guy. I'm not doing anything wrong over here. But there's been hiccups along the way where something gets denied and I'm like, why is that happening? And you come to find out that there's no real reason why it's happening. It's just like the centralization and the security measures put into place to limit you on what you can do with your money. And yeah, so I want to obviously thank Smoosko for sharing that story, and just say that everything is going on the blockchain will be decentralized finance when it comes to financial services. You are in the right place at the right time to capture this trend. We're already seeing it, and it's just really exciting times for crypto. And although the technical analysis right now is not bullish, the fundamental analysis has never been so bullish in my opinion. So guys, buckle up. It's not going to be a ride straight to the moon, but I really do think that this bull run, the next leg up, will be of epic proportions. Seriously, of epic proportions, because the world's going to wake up to the power that blockchain and crypto provides the people with, because it gives the power back to the people. Right? We don't need third-party intermediaries to live our life anymore. We're grown men, we're grown women. We can make our own decisions, and that's what crypto allows us to do. So yeah, thank you, Smoosko. But continue on what you were saying.
No, so that's it, guys. So hey, when I the Florida blockchain conference that I'll be at, it is a focus on fintech and the blockchain industry. It is a little bit. It is a focus on Florida. Florida's where there's a big initiative here in Florida, especially here in the Tampa Bay area, to make this I don't know if they even have a nickname for it yet, but how there's a Silicon Valley. Well, they want to make this the Silicon Valley of blockchain.
Yeah.
So it's really driving a lot of cool people here, and I'll be attending dang near pretty much all of this stuff, but it'll be going everywhere from building a blockchain to the financials behind blockchains, how to become, I'm even interested in, what if you want to become a validator what if you want to run a node?
Yeah.
For
you got to figure out how to do that. It's not necessarily easy for people.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, because if you don't run that node right, there's a lot of incentive, right? And that's built into the protocol.
Yeah.
If you're a good actor, man, and you want to run the node and you want to put in an investment and do it the right way, and you're in the right blockchain at the right place at the right time, it can be extremely lucrative.
Yeah. For example, Thorchain, the project that I covered a few days ago, if you want to run a node on Thorchain, you need to put up a bond. And you need to always be constantly running that node, or money will be deducted from that bond. So, you need to know what you're doing for sure. So it's good to learn.
A really good way to understand, to get an idea of nodes is, since we talk a lot about Matic, and I'm huge on Matic as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I the only swap I use is QuickSwap.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that you can go, if you go on Matic, you can when it goes to they're voting. I could even bring it up here. Anyways, you could go and delegate. Is the word I was looking for.
Be a delegator, yeah.
When you go to the delegation, it brings up a list of all the different. I got the birds flying over. It brings up all the different nodes that they have right now. So Matic will eventually go to just fully decentralized nodes. Anybody can run it, and then it's built into the code. If a node's a bad actor, right, it will penalize them to the point of where it's extremely not wise to not play by the rules. And then you stake with those nodes and those validators, and you look at there, and it shows you the percentage of what their runtime is.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are all 100%, and then you have one that says 95%. Well, when they were off for that 5% of the time, they got penalized for that.
Mm-hmm.
For being on that node. So then those delegators, right, that delegated to that node got penalized as well.
Yep.
Because they are staking on that node and trusting that person is going to run that node. that company.
Yep.
The proper way. So that's the details that you're looking at if that's what you're interested to. But it's really it's with a little bit of anybody can read it and get on it, and definitely going to be a great way to make some income on the side. So as I learn and get a little more involved in that, I'll be sharing that with you guys going forward. And then also just the state of where where decentralized finance is with regulation and the government. That's going to be a big thing that they're going to be covering at this conference as well. I know that's a big concern because every time that an article comes out about taxes or doing something, everybody freaks out. Bitcoin goes down, XMR and Pirate Chain go up.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people, there's a lot of FUD when it comes to what this is going to be classified as and what it's going to be looked at as from the government of wherever you are, from a regulation perspective. So that's something to always keep an eye out, because if you keep your ear to the ground and know what's going on, you'll be able to make moves and put yourself in a position where you'll be okay when it comes to tax season and things like that. But you have to at least stay involved and know what's coming, because they'll make those announcements well before anything actually be implemented. So don't let that FUD drive your choices. We'll guide you on that side of things.
Absolutely.
But other than that, man, that's all I got. Thanks for listening to my spiel, guys. Thanks for having me on, Connor.
Of course.
This was totally last minute. If it was all over, sorry for the technical difficulties, and man, I really appreciate you for all you do, and I appreciate for all you guys that are active in the chats, and guys, be honest, man. Feel free to tear yourself open a little bit and share the mistakes, so somebody else in our group and the Empire doesn't do the same.
Yep.
And then maybe and then now that mistake that you made that may cost you a little bit may have saved a lot of, maybe hundreds if not thousands of people some money. So
absolutely. Hey, Smooth Scope, thank you for coming on here. Thank you for spilling your knowledge. You have a lot of business experience and a lot of technical experience as well. So, we're grateful as the Crypto Empire to have you as a part of the community. We'll definitely be bringing you on for future segments and live streams. But for now, hey, my man, you have a great day. Enjoy your Monday Memorial Day, and we will see you very soon. All right. That is Jordan, a.k.a. Smooth Scope. Great person to have in the community. You guys, he's been in crypto since 2017, mainly as an investor, but he has a lot of knowledge about the world in general. So let's catch up on the chat here. What's going on? We got Dre. Shout out to Dre for keeping the chat active and making the chat very hype. Let's get some hype in the chat, everybody. So we got Ryan saying they're moving to Litecoin. I think you're talking about Pirate Chain. No coincidence. Purely Privacy Coin wants to use Litecoin. XMR, yeah, XMR is going to be a beast, no doubt. RSR took a hit. Look at RSR right now. I'm still holding my bag, but hey, it doesn't feel good when you see this big hit. But I made the distinction when I did purchase RSR that it would be an investment. So I did not take any profits up here at the top. I took profits on other projects, but RSR, I said I was going to hold on to. So I'm holding on to my bag of RSR, but yeah. We broke out of this broadening channel to the downside. We came down here and tested price levels all the way at 2 cents. So this is from this level over here from back in November. So yeah, guys, I have my eyes on RSR still for sure. No doubt about it. Would you mind checking out this coin called ELA? Yeah, I know Elastos. I know about it. I've seen it. I don't have any. I can't really speak about too much about it. Yeah, proof of stake. So yeah, it's a smart contract platform essentially. 386 in market cap, $66 million. So understand it's a lower market cap coin, meaning higher risk, higher reward. I do know there are some prominent members in the cryptocurrency community that are bullish on ELA. That is how I know about it. But I'm personally not invested in ELA. Can you analyze PokeSwap? Yeah, let's look at PokeSwap for sure. PokeSwap is currently giving us rewards right now for everybody who added liquidity. PSwap trading at 32 cents. Now, we have to understand that we're early with PokeSwap. They just underwent their soft launch. We're waiting for the hard launch here. But they're constantly, like if we go to Twitter, we can see that they're constantly updating the available tokens to use on the Hashi bridge, and that you're able to trade on PokeSwap. So PokeSwap, the team is working, right, over at Soramitsu with the Sora Network, Sora Parliament. Very interesting what they're doing over there, creating a fully decentralized economy. So yeah, PokeSwap is one of the. So we can see 2 hours ago that the graph is now trading on PokeSwap, FTT, Sushi Swap, Thorchain Rune. So PokeSwap is going to be a fully decentralized, cross-chain, interoperable, decentralized exchange, automated market maker. It's going to be huge, guys. It's going to be absolutely huge in my opinion. If you guys want to find out more about, how to add liquidity and start earning PSwap as reward, check out my YouTube video on the subject. But if we look at the price chart, I do have PokeSwap ETH charted here. So this is PokeSwap versus Ethereum. So pretty much we want this number to go up so that PokeSwap is worth more in Ethereum terms. So from right here, we had it started going up very nicely, and then we peaked and then we crashed hard, and we dropped right down here to the 61.8. So again, this is the line that needs to be held, the golden pocket. If we drop lower in the golden pocket, that means you can use Ethereum to buy more PokeSwap. But overall, PokeSwap's an investment for me right now. I'm letting the rewards accrue. I'm not really thinking about it. Checking up on it every now and then. The rewards look very juicy. Showed you guys how to check your own rewards, but yeah, check that out. Everybody's saying thank you, Smooth Scope. Yes, thank you, Smooth Scope. You legend for coming on today. Great stream, great stream. Look at B Pro, future of DeFi gaming, most undervalued project. Thoughts on Harmony One? Super bullish on Harmony One. I made a video about Zilliqa sharding blockchain, Harmony One, another scaling solution sharding blockchain. I think with all the energy talk right now, Harmony One it's going to be a big winner, a big winner. Still less than 10 cents. I have this kind of channel drawn out, trend line in the middle as well. So yeah, I mean this whole kind of range over here is good buying opportunities. Less than 10 cents, especially for Harmony One. Not financial advice. Very bullish on One. What swap did the speaker mention in the end? He mentioned QuickSwap. So QuickSwap on Matic. So I have a full video on how to use the QuickSwap exchange. Definitely go and check that out on the channel. Waiting for the day to trade XMR on PokeSwap. Hey, it's coming. Right, it'll be on every decentralized exchange that's cross-chain compatible and interoperable. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and end that stream right now. We're going for an hour and 21 minutes. I want to thank every single one of you for attending this stream, bearing with the technical difficulties that we encountered today to get Smooth Scope Jordan on here. Thank you for bearing with us. I hope that you guys enjoyed the content today. It was a little bit of a different stream where we had a live guest kind of talking about some real world experiences and how to approach the cryptocurrency markets, the psychology and the mindset that it takes to be successful and not totally stress yourself out over the fluctuating price movements, because crypto is extremely volatile. And if you aren't detached and if you're too attached and consumed with the short price movements, you're going to get wrecked and you're going to burn yourself out. So I hope that you did pick something up, maybe a little gem of knowledge today. And yeah, my name is Connor from Crypto Empire, and we will see you in the next episode. New content. I'll be making a video today and releasing it on the channel today, so